anything else, I'll tell you what, anything that you leave in this vehicle, I think it's because it's got the room that you put stuff on the side or anything like that, but as soon as you set off driving, it's everywhere. This is how you stay warm in January. Got to stop them veg patches being damaged. Right, so following on, I said I'd bring you back on this one. The power in this vehicle, I said the test would be this time of year. We've had next to no sun. I have not plugged this vehicle in once. I've had it sat for the last few weeks, and I've driven a couple of miles from my house, so the engine's not even been running much. These lights have been on for the last few hours. The diesel heater's been on for a while now, and this is what we're at with the battery power. 99%. It's a tank of a system. So I think the cold weather can affect lithium batteries. I know the EcoTree ones, the new ones, they come with the heater built into them, so they'll never get cold enough to the point where they won't work unless they're flat. So that's always a Brucey bonus. That's going to be something that's going to come in well handy for the truck. But all in all, this power system, 350 watts on the roof, 100 watts on the front, the two 110 amp hour EcoTree lithium batteries, and the Victron control gear. And so far, like I say, I'm off grid now. I'm out doing my shooting and stuff. It is cold outside. It's just started to get toasty warm in here now. I've turned the heater up a bit, and it works. It just works. It's getting cold. It's getting very, very cold. So what I'm going to do, nothing's happening at the minute. The fog and everything's rolling in, and it's just getting colder and colder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the night heater on. I'm going to have a couple of hours just messing about and stuff. Wait to see if there's any activity out here, and then go for a little mooch. Yeah. I've just made myself chuckle then. There's a thing going around the internet to say that the OK symbol means white power or some shit. At what point has that been anything other than OK? Apart from the one instance where you play the circle game, where, well, it's the arsehole game, isn't it? And you put it below your waist and you've got to make the other person look, but they cancel it out if they put the finger in the hole. I thought it was just OK. It turns out you can't do anything these days without being labelled as something. Right, so because the cup of tea was such a great success at not melting my worktop, I think it's time to cook some food. And with the amount of Ridge Monkey gear that I've got, you'd think I'd sponsors by them, but I'm not. Hint, hint, Ridge Monkey. I love the new bivvy. I can see some lightweight camps if I've got a bivvy. I am looking at getting a lightweight 4x4 for just plodding out for the night, because I don't always want to go long distance in this because it's not the greatest at it. So I am looking at doing more with the swag bags, bivvies, bashers, things like that. So keep your eyes peeled this spring summer, because there is other things going on. So what I'm doing here, I've got that on mega slow, because that's actually frozen bits of chicken breast that I've been thawing out a little bit, but it's still mega cold. So I'm going to have it on very low heat for quite a while and then bring it up as I want to cook it. Right, so for those that aren't aware, microwave food is bloody brilliant as camping food if you're cooking out of ridge monkeys, anything similar. So microchips, anything like that, get them in the pan. So chicken's doing all right now, plenty of room there. We'll get these in between. The biggest thing with these, keep them moving every minute or two. Make sure they move around. Get a bit of oil on there too. So if you ever wonder why you don't run your vehicle on 100% veg oil over winter, it's see if we can get a little bit. Oh, for fuck's sake. About that much. Oh, why does it have to be explained to some people? We'll rub a block of oil on each of those. To be fair, it soon turns back to a liquid, but this is why they have to sell the kits, you know, that has the heater inside the tank. Let that warm up. Right, so here we go. We have got, these are just like chicken breasts in batter, so like posh chicken sandwiches I suppose, the chicken burgers. Not too fancy. The trick with this kind of cooking is keep it simple. It doesn't have to be, I've noticed there's a lot of people that don't go camping overly often and all they ever cook, same thing, is just barbecue. And when you do it regular like I do, it gets a bit boring. It's the same thing over and over. So nice simple food, that's all I'm after. Chicken wraps, and a few chips. And then what I'm going to do, while that's still warm, get another blob of oil on the go, get another packet of chips in here, and then when I'm done, just have a few chips on the side. It'll be a bit easier now with these, so if you're just putting these in on their own, you can just rattle them every now and again in this. That's the beauty of these, you don't have to open it up all the time. There we go. Simple food. And although oven chips are normally crap, if you can put a bit of olive oil in them and do them up that way, you actually get a bit of crunch to them, so they don't taste like oven chips. The only regret, I wish I brought a bit of lettuce and tomato, because lettuce, tomato, chicken wrap, could snap that. So we sat in a field at sub-zero temperatures, I'm toasty warm and I'm getting fed. The world's a good place. for those wondering what the red lights are, it's my night vision. So that's infrared. This camera's got low level, it picks up low light levels, so it picks up the infrared especially well. So as you can see, anywhere you walk around the Land Rover, a little bit sad, but I like to drive around in the dark. Forward facing. Blind spot, this is also my CCTV. Lights on my drive. Another one there. Another one there. Then, I said like this, you can't see a thing. Then as well as that, I've got some infrared spotlights coming, so I can see a bit further and drive a little bit faster when I'm going through the woods. Right, I'm putting it off. I'm really putting it off. I've come here for one reason, and that's to mooch around these fields. And it's warm in here. So, time to get off my arse, get all my warm gear on, go for a mooch around for half an hour. When I come back, I'm going to fill up the diesel heater tank because I do not want that going off in the middle of the night. And then I think it's time to crack open a beer and do a live chat. For those of you that do come on the live chats, they're spontaneous, so I apologise if I don't give much notice. I have to build myself up to do them. I don't actually like doing them. The best one was when all the lads were in the cabin in the woods and the lads were reading the comments out and shouting them up to me, and then I could just chat shit without having to try reading comments, because as they're coming on, they kind of stack up and disappear, and then you'll pull them back down to try and go through them methodically, and after a few seconds, or when a new person posts, they shoot back up again. So it's really all over the place. So appreciate the people that ask the questions, go on there and give me something to waffle about, because it's a difficult one, because it's frustrating that you get asked the same thing over and over again, which isn't so often these days, luckily. But it's one of them where you've got nothing to say till people ask you questions, but then one person asks a question, then you get 6 other random ones off, and my brain just goes all over here. So, yeah, thanks for those that do play the game. As well as that, please don't super chat me. I really, really, really appreciate the gesture. However, it turns out Google/YouTube take quite a percentage of that, and I don't want you thinking you've given me a good drink and it ends up actually going to Google or some faceless corporation. So please don't do that. If once in a blue moon you do want to send me a drink on PayPal or something like that, or ideally, or Patreon, whichever you want to do. Not everyone wants to sign up to Patreons because it's a monthly thing, and I totally get that. And this isn't me trying to scrounge for anything. Please don't ever think that. It's just I do get messages with people saying I want to send you this, and I don't want you to do the super chats because I just don't want Google getting all the money, because to corporations. So anyway, I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm putting off going outside. Anyone think it was that Arctic expedition where you go out the tent and you just go for a bathroom break and never come back? It might be. And another thing, Ridgeline. I've just spent a small fortune on Ridgeline gear at Christmas to deck myself out for this kind of year. Who does the Ridgeline sizes? Because I'm a 2XL in everything. Ridgeline, the big jackets, I'm a 3XL. Fair one. You go one size up for them because it goes over stuff. This hoodie is a 3XL. It's tight, but it's tight on your arms, your shoulders, your lats, that kind of thing. At a 3XL, surely that fits someone with a bigger frame. I've got this Sub-Zero jacket, which the jacket is a good design. The jacket is made out of mega material that keeps you warm. However, who the fuck is that supposed to fit that's 3XL? No one. Unless it's some 3XL Olympic marathon runner that has, I don't know, a 3XL Mo Farah. Because if I wanted to, if I got hangry, I reckon I could flex and split the arms and back and stuff, because it's, as soon as you move, it's tight on your lats or anything like that. And it's not just because I'm fat, because it's not the belly that it's tight on, it's anywhere where you carry a bit of muscle. And wouldn't you have thought, on a 3XL, that's the kind of bloke that's going to have a decent sized back or what have you. Anybody else? Yeah? Because it is bloody good gear. I think that's what annoys me more than anything else. I've had Ridgeline jackets for years and years and years and years. I've got the green ones, and that they shouldn't have lasted as long as what they did, with carrying logs and all the rest of it. So I've been and got this dirt camo. I'm loving dirt camo. Like I say, you've got this. This is the best one by far. The jackets, you can't fault the jackets, and they're sized properly, so you can actually wear stuff underneath it and it's not too tight. But the hoodies and thermal gear, nah, I won't even like. I mean, judging by the way that's cut, I'll be a 5XL when normally I'm a 2XL. Don't understand. See what I mean? These jackets, whoa, perfectly sized, not tight in any way on the arms. I ain't even got that bigger arms, you know what I mean? It's moved perfectly. But the other stuff, don't know. So all I'd say from that one, if you're thinking of buying this gear, find somewhere that sells it and go in person and just make sure it fits properly, because I've spent a fortune on eBay over the past few weeks on this stuff. I think it's, as much as you like to get the new kit, you're kind of disappointed if it doesn't fit you right.
Size of these holes. Get me back inside in the warm.
Just been for another walk round and I'm quite chuffed. I've just hit 50,000 on TikTok, which I set out for 25,000 to match like my YouTube, and smashed straight through that after about 6 months, and it's just kept growing and growing and growing. I think because it's very, very short little snippets and it's not as restrictive as YouTube and as hard to get the likes and follows and all the rest of it. It's very disposable. But yeah, 50,000. That's a lot of followers. So I'm going to celebrate with hot chocolate. Such a badass. With my hot chocolate before bed. So yeah, if you're on my TikTok, thank you very much for being a follower on there, subscriber, whatever you want to call it. Right, I'm gonna drink this, play with TikTok for another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it takes me to drink that. Then I'm gonna we're just after midnight now, so I'm gonna give it till, set my alarm for 2:15, go for a mooch at 2:30 and see what I can see. But looking at it, it's just too freaking cold for anything to be out. I'm hoping if it's super cold tonight, then when the sun comes out tomorrow, it might be a bit better because things will want to warm. Don't know. I'm tired now. Right, so in the next hour, maybe 45 minutes, should start getting light again, and what a rubbish night. So went for a walk around at 2, nothing. Got up at, it started raining about 4ish, stopped about 25 past, so went for opened the door at 4:30, and the field was rammed at the other side with little things. Unfortunately, too far away, and by the time I tried to make a move, they all just run off. So I need more range. I need a newer bits of kit, unfortunately. Left it a little bit. It's about 6:30 now, so I'm just gonna have one more walk around the fields and just see where we go from there.
I don't even know why I'm whispering. There's absolutely bugger all within quarter of a mile of me. But yeah, it's weirdly enough, it was really I'm guessing it was -3, -4 when I finished the live chat, and it stayed cold until about 4ish, and then for some reason it just lifted and it started chucking it down with rain. 4:30 there was a bit of activity outside, and missed that because it was too far away, and then spooked it because I tried to get close. And yeah, I thought, oh, I'll give it an hour or so, you know, just for stuff to move back in. Quietly got dressed and that, got back outside, and it's gone frigging cold again. You can see just here the moon's just about gone down, and I reckon in the next half hour we're gonna have a sunrise. So I think what I'm gonna do, make myself a brew, tidy a bit of space, and wait for the sun to come up. And I'm hoping, because the floor's really damp now after that rain, I'm hoping it goes misty, because that'd be mega. And I'm going to get the drone out and have a play. I do actually really like the paint, you know, when it's wet. It's gives it that gloss kind of look, and it makes the colours pop. It's just the kind of, I think you've noticed, I like camouflage just a little bit. So yeah, I can't have a gloss vehicle. Plus I put it in too many trees to be glossed and it gets scratched up, but it does look frigging cool when it's wet. How is it significantly colder now than 4 this morning? Bonkers. But the sun's coming up, it's gorgeous out, and I'm 50-50. Do a cook breakfast here, hang around here for another hour or two, or do I go for a bit of a drive and find a nice little spot and cook some breakfast there? I ain't decided yet, but I'm getting a bit cold and a bit tired now. But look at that sunrise. The gas is not doing well today. I can't tell if these insulate it to make it better or insulate it to make it worse. Instant heat. That's naughty, don't do that. One good thing with these ridge monkeys, when you get bacon with loads of water in, let it heat up like that, and because it's enclosed, you can just put it on its side, pour it all out. Bloody brilliant. I'm not sure the new ones are like, they've got the clip-on handles. I'm a real fan of these original ones. I know they don't pack as well, but it's just sturdy. Like that there.
One thing to bear in mind with these pans, they're made to be very, very lightweight and compact. For that, because it's thin aluminium, you do get a very, very hot spot in the middle, so got to keep stuff moving. Cook it slow or keep it moving. When it's this cold, you can't really cook too slow. That's starting to pick up heat well quick. So just take it off a second. It still cooks, still cooking, just slowing it down. You can slow it down with the valve here, but because it's so slow, and this gas being so piss poor at the minute, you don't get the fine control that you want. It's kind of all or nothing. When you're regulating the temperature by putting the gas bottle on or off, you know you're not onto a winner. I cannot wait. I'm hoping by next week's video, I bought a new tripod and I'm going to order a new DSLR. So what I'm going to do is I'll be able to, instead of just finding random posts for my GoPro to go on, I'm going to be able to get the DSLR in here and just get some nicer footage, nicer angles. That keeps some warmth. Normally you can put stuff on the side, but it's so cold out here, everything's instantly cold. Perfect. A lot of you would like that runny. However, my beard does not appreciate runny eggs. I'm ready for this. I didn't think I was that hungry. Turns out I am. And instantly it's going cold. I've come inside for a warm, but there is nothing going on out there. And it's frustrating because it's coming up to spring and his fields are getting chewed up, somewhat chronic, and even the next field over, he said, can I do something about it? And each time I come out, it's a total waste of time. So I think what I'm going to have to do is upgrade my kit and get a couple of the other lads to come down and give me on making a dint in this, because it's it needs sorting before spring, because as soon as all these fields start to get some work on them and stuff, there'll be even more damage. When I was walking around in the dark last night, you could see the massive divots everywhere in the field. You got to watch where you're walking, because your foot goes down one of them, you're going to bust it, and like the next field, they've got horses. Don't want them getting injured either, so yeah, this is what happens when there's fields and stuff instead of natural habitat, isn't it, I suppose? And people don't see that side of things. They just think you got to leave everything to it, but there is management that needs to be done. Can't have it both ways.
Right, unfortunately, apologise, not much going on in this one. It's bloody freezing, so the cooking was done inside, and there wasn't much activity or much to do here over this evening, so it's been a bit of a slow one. So what I'm going to have to do is really make up for it on the next one. With any luck, I can get that river location next. I'm going to speak to them during the week, see if I can get down there. Got an idea for some nice cooking. I was on about this last night with Stu, so get a nice meal on that one. Check it out for access to the river, because I'm going to look at taking the canoe out, dropping the camper off, taking the canoe a few hours upstream, taking that down for the day to the camper and stopping the night. So it's a bit of a recce for that. Cracking location if we can get back in there, and go from that. So thank you very much if you've got this far. It's always appreciated. Thanks to those that comment, like, and especially share to any of the groups. It's always very helpful. And yeah, better luck on the next one. It was one of them things, it was either do no video this week or just try and get something. So I've made a night out of this anyway, and go from there. Stay safe, everyone.